Hi there. I hope everyone's having a great day. I am going to pop in here and chat about several things. If you see the tag for this, it says we're going to talk about Q-tips, conferences, conversations, Starfish, and what does that have to do with anything? What do those have to do with each other? And which one doesn't fit in there? Maybe none of them fit together. But I've got so much I want to talk to you about today, and so I'm going to blend them all together in this one video. First of all, I want to talk about Q-tips. And as you know, hopefully you know by now, that every Monday I post a tip of the week, and that comes from my book. I know that is backwards. Love Your Life No Matter What, 76 Tips to Live Life with Love and Gratitude. And if you haven't read my book yet, I would like to say you're missing out, because I hope that you get a chance to read it. The good news this week about my book, I received notification from my publisher that my book has been sold in France and Australia. And so she was calling me an international author now because it's been sold in different countries. And that's pretty exciting to me. I am excited if my next door neighbor reads my book. And so to think that in different countries, to think that people outside of my neighborhood and outside of my state and in our country is reading it, and it's in a lot of states across the country. And now to think that people in Australia and France have purchased my book, it just thrills me. So I wanted to share that good news. But the tip of the week, and we are on Q-tips this week, which is one of my favorite tips. It's tip number 30. Can you believe it's the 30th week of this year already? This is not showing up at all on my, it's not showing up at all on my video. So I will link my book below this video, just in case you haven't heard about it. I will link it there. But Q-tip it. This came to me years ago because I am a people pleaser. I want to make everybody happy. I want everybody to be happy and everybody to get along. And sometimes if things don't go just right, I take it personally. I think, oh, maybe I didn't say that clearly enough. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe they're upset with me because I didn't do, or I did something that I shouldn't have, or whatever. Maybe it has nothing to do with me, but I take it personally. So Q-tip it is Q-T-I-P. Quit taking it personally. And that is huge for me. So I always say take some Q-tips, tape them to the corner of your computer screen, tape them to the visor of your car, on your bathroom mirror, somewhere that you see them all the time. So you remember to Q-tip it. Quit taking it personally. Because I know I am guilty of this. I am trying to recover from that affliction. But I know so many people that take everything personally, and it has nothing to do with us. Even if you have a heated interaction with somebody, and maybe you wish they hadn't taken it that way, it really is not something you can solve. It's on them. And so if you can remember, certainly we have to own up to our mistakes. We have to own up to when it is our issue and our problem and we've done something wrong. But so many times in life we want to fix everything and we want to be responsible for everything, and that can wear on us in a very negative way. So get a couple Q-tips, get more than a couple, and put them in bundles. I like 3s of everything. So tape 3 to your computer screen, 3 to your makeup mirror, 3 to your car visor. So you can always remember to Q-tip it when things like that happen in life, and quit taking it personally. The next thing I want to talk about, and don't forget, you can find that, I always post it on my Facebook page. So every Monday you see those tips. So if you want to read the tip, you can go back and post it. There's also a blog post, if you go to my website, that is called Q-tip it, that will give that whole story about Q-tipping it. So there's so many ways you can find out about my tips and the things that I talk about and read bigger versions. I know we're all different leaders. We're all different kinds of learners. Some of us like to listen. Some of us like to watch these videos. Some of us like to read. All of my blogs have audio for just that reason, because some people like to listen. So I invite you to go a little bit deeper on the Q-tip concept and find the different outlets through my Facebook and my website. The next thing I want to talk to you about is I just have gotten back. I've been home a few days from the National Speakers Association, NSA, and I did a live video from there, which I was thrilled to do at the time because I was having a great time. I wanted to talk a little bit about why I had been away from social media, because I was there like 5 days. It's pretty intense. 5 days, lots and lots of people. And you hear great speakers, and I always learn a lot. So I was at this conference, and I want to talk a little bit about what happened there. And I'm just going to give you a snippet, because my new blog that I will be posting tomorrow is about this. So I'm not going to give away everything. But I want you to know this was my 8th time at the National Speakers Association conference, NSA. I've been a member for about 9 years, and that was the 8th yearly conference that I've been to. Some conferences I've had a great time, some have been a challenge for me, and I write about this in this blog. But I want to share something with you. There's kind of a joke in the speaker world about the Starfish story. Now, if you haven't heard the Starfish story, it's a short story that I don't even know where the original story came from, but it's been around for years and years, about a man walking on a beach, and he's picking up starfish and throwing them back into the ocean. And somebody stops him and says, "Do you realize how many starfish there are? Hundreds and thousands of starfish. And you think you're going to make a difference picking them up and throwing them back in?" And the man said, he picks up another one and throws it. And as he throws it, he says, "I made a difference to that one." So instead of thinking that you can save the world or save every starfish that has washed up on shore, his belief was he made a difference to that one. And that's a great story. It's a great story. It's been around for years. The reason it's kind of a side joke within speakers is because it has been so overused. I would bet anybody watching this has heard somebody in a presentation use the starfish story. So it became one of those things that became so overused that it almost became funny that somebody would say it again. So I tell you that because I want to tell you about just a little foreshadowing of my blog about something that happened to me at the conference. As I said, conferences, and the 8 that I've been to have been different for me. The first one wasn't a great one, and I really didn't think I'd go to the second one. And over the years, I share in the blog why I say that, and why some have been better and some have been not as good as others for me personally. But this time, there was a conversation I had, and it was in this 5-day period, a very short conversation. If it was 5 minutes, I might be even pushing that. Maybe it wasn't even 5 minutes long. But it was a 5-minute conversation with someone that touched my heart in a way that it changed the whole conference for me. In fact, even deeper than that, it changed how I feel about the work I do. And I wanted to share the starfish story first because this is a person that's been around the National Speakers Association since the beginning, I suspect, for a very long time. Very prominent, very well known, and this person took the time to talk to me. I was the one starfish that she made a difference in my life. And she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to take the time and listen to me the way she did and make the comments that she did to make such an impression in my heart. So I am just giving you that little teaser because I really want you to read my blog that I will post tomorrow. And I want you to think about the starfish story. If that's the first time you've heard it, look it up, because I'm sure if you Google starfish story, you will find lots of different versions and people saying it. But I want you to, most importantly, what I want you to do is think about how you can make a difference in one person's life. And sometimes it is just by listening to them. And it is just by not looking around while they talk, or looking to see who else is coming in the room, or looking at your watch because you have to go, or thinking about what you have to cook for dinner tonight. Because we all have a million zillion things going on in our minds. But when you really take a moment, and it doesn't take long, to really look eye to eye, sit knee to knee with somebody and really listen with your heart, it can make such a difference in their day, in their life, in their world. It is why I call these videos Penny Heart to Heart, because I really sit here and pour my heart out, and sometimes maybe pour my heart out a little bit too much. But it's me. When I'm here, when I speak or when I write, you're getting me. And so I really hope that you understand that when I speak and when I write and when I email people or talk to them through this video, it's you're getting me from my heart. And I hope that I can listen to others with my heart and make the kind of impact this person made on me this last week at this conference I was at. So I'm not going to tell you anymore, because I want you to read the blog. Like I said, I will post it tomorrow. It will also be in my newsletter on Sunday. If you are a newsletter subscriber, you will get it there. If you don't subscribe, why not? It's free. So go ahead and subscribe. There's a button on my Facebook page or on my website. It's easy to do. Or send me an email. I'll put you in the list myself. So anyway, we talked about Q-tips, the conference, conversations, and Starfish. And so I hope that wrapped it up all together, so that made a little bit of sense. But remember to Q-tip it, get those Q-tips out. Read my tip of the week on Mondays, and that's the one that was this week. And read my blog tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me for these few minutes. This has been Penny Heart to Heart. Thanks for watching.